How strong is Enel? Enel or Enru, I don't care how you pronounce his name, but he's the famous villain of Skypiea, and the reason why he's famous is because he thought of himself as a god when he really wasn't, and he pretty much destroyed every single buddy in Skypiea. Yes, it was a destruction, and what he did there, it was epic, and I gotta say, yo, his devil fruit power was very scary. Yes, his devil fruit power, I know I kind of stuttered on that situation there, but his devil fruit power is one of the most powerful devil fruits. We know Robin said this devil fruit is one of the most unrivaled devil fruit abilities, and unrivaled means very scary. So we know that the Gurgur no Mi, the lightning fruit, is something that we should look at and think of, yeah, this is a scary devil fruit ability. One of the things that really interests me about Enel is when he said that he's able to combine his observation haki, and yes, he's the first main antagonist to use haki, so we got to give Enel that greatness of mantra. But he says he combines his observation haki with his devil fruit to do some spooky measures. Yes, I'm thinking like, whoa, he combines his devil fruit with his observation haki, and he can pretty much hear any conversation, and he's trying to make him feel like he's the all-knowing or something like that. So he's trying to put that whole thing that I'm God when really he isn't. He's an imposter. Where Luffy showcased that's really crazy what he can do with his devil fruit and observation haki. One thing that nobody really comments on Enel is that he actually does some other things other than his devil fruit ability when it comes to electricity. But he does some crazy stuff called alchemy, where he can mold gold. We see his weapon, the trident. He can turn into a trident when really it wasn't a trident to begin with. So he can do some crazy stuff with weapons, and I really thought that was really interesting, heating it up. Yeah, Enel's power is very crazy. But you probably think, yo, Mac, you're tooting Enel's horn too much. Well, I'll be honest here, you're about to hear the negatives. His durability is trash. Don't even comment on that durability. An East Blue Luffy, pretty much destroyed Enel, and I gotta say that that shows that his durability is garbage, because we know Luffy has gotten way stronger since then. Gear 2, Gear 3rd, Gear 4th haki. Luffy has got way stronger since Skypiea, and East Blue Luffy pretty much destroyed him. Like, I can say his durability is ass. But something that I really like about Enel is the 200 million volts ration, yo, that final form he did against Luffy. Now we know Luffy pretty much wrecked that final form, but if it's someone else, I want to see someone else fight that final form. It's definitely a form that I feel like is really formidable, but Luffy, like I said, Luffy's rubber, so Luffy, it's really as that weakness to Enel, so it really didn't matter about that situation. Now, something that a lot of people like to put is Enel's DC was crazy. He was destroying islands. Yo, his DC is amazing. His DC is amazing. Yes, it is amazing, but it's not to the point at which people think, yo. People forget that he was destroying islands with the power of Death Pia, the whole thing with the whole ship and the Maxim and all that situation there. So it really wasn't him destroying the islands. It was a multiplication of that. And I want to say that even Luffy himself kind of wrecked the Death Pia at the end if you saw that crazy scene. So yeah, very epic stuff from Luffy. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the reason why I think Enel is not like the strongest character in the One Piece story or one of the top tiers is because Luffy and Skypiea said it himself, there's tons of people in the Blue Sea that are stronger than you. And I think Oda would not just put that for no reason. And I want to say that it's something that we really have to look at when talking about Enel's strength. If Luffy states that, I really want to think, how strong is Enel? And to talk about the Luffy versus Enel fight, people really talk about the last fight when it comes to Luffy beating him with the gold stuff, but really there was a first fight with Enel and Luffy actually beat Enel, even though, okay, this is what happened. Enel, his devil fruit was pretty much countered with Luffy being rubber, but then Enel was doing some crazy stuff with his mantra, and Luffy was a battle genius and deflected some punches off the ship itself and pretty much had Enel on the floor bleeding. So it shows that Enel, even with his mantra, his devil fruit was countered, it was kind of cancelled out, but his mantra, yeah, it shows you Enel was actually got whooped by Luffy before the final attack. Crazy stuff there. I also want to say this, in an interview with the story creator of One Piece, he did say that Enel, if he was in the Blue Sea, his bounty would be 550 million. Now that makes you think, we've seen characters that have double that, cough cough Jack. So I'm thinking Enel is 500 million, so or 550 million, same as Ace. He's not on the bounty level of Jack, so I'm thinking I'm starting to understand where his power level, I will put his power level when it comes to the One Piece world. Now, I don't think his power level is near the Yonkos, the top tiers of the One Piece story, the Admirals. I don't think it's near the Yonko Commanders, as I said, but I do think his power level, I think it's around worst generation level. Yes, people are gonna think, whoa, you're crazy, man. Worst generation level, we know his bounty where it lied. I feel like he's maybe mid-tier worst generation top tier worst generation. I might give him top tier worst generation, but I know Luffy would destroy him. And the other character, I feel like they can get by him with speed. I think Zoro can beat him. I think Sanji can beat him. But the thing is, there's one thing I want to say. If Enel did get armament haki post time skip, which I feel like he would get armament haki because he has observation haki, it's just the next step. If he gets armament haki, I might put him at the level of the Yonko commander. Yeah, it's a big jump, but I might put him at the level of the Yonko commanders, the guys like Marco, Sabo, those guys. We know Luffy will always be ahead of him because of the Delphi ability, but I might put him at that level if he gets armament haki, and that would be crazy when it comes to the Delphi. But look at the admirals, or the Logia admirals like Kizaru, Akainu, Aokiji, former admiral Aokiji. These guys had amazing haki, not just Logia abilities. They have amazing haki. So Enel needs to get his haki to that point to be a top tier. I can never see him as a Yonko or admiral guy, but I could see him close to that level like the Yonko commanders or top tier worst generation members. He could be close, but let's just say that Enel, if he did not get armament haki, I don't think he's that strong when it comes to people. I think he's really overrated when people think he's like one of the strongest characters in One Piece. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me what you think about Enel as a character. Do you think I'm crazy for disrespecting this man? Or do you think, yo, Mac, you got a spot on because, yo, he got wrecked by an East Blue Luffy? Nah, I'm just joking about the situation. But I feel like Enel, if he gets armor haki, he will be really powerful. I gotta give my respect to Enel. He's a really epic character. Like and share if you enjoy. Like and share only if you enjoy. Subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the Legend Mac, and I'm gone.